Hello, this is Deborah J. Kelly and welcome to Kitenge Festival UK. This is Jo Nganda's 6th year for organising this cultural event. There are key speakers, fashion shows, models, stalls, all sorts of different things going on. I'm going to go and have a chat with them. Please stay tuned and watch us, and I'll see you soon. Hello, this is Deborah J. Kelly and welcome to Kitenge. I was here last year, it was awesome. It's the same this year. I've got the organiser next to me and I'm going to have a little chat with her. Her name is Jo. Jo, tell us about, what's happening today.
Okay, today we've just come together as a community, just celebrating African businesses, fashion, culture, things like that, music, entertainment, African food.
Fashion
shows.
Singing.
Singing.
It's such a good vibe as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's really coming together as a community.
Yeah.
Tell us about your dress as well.
And the dress I actually tend to get from one of the stalls.
Yes, I'm so hoping for one of those. No such luck today, but never mind.
Yeah, just buy from them as well.
Yes.
So this I think is Love Baba.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. The blue is gorgeous, isn't it? So, how many years is this now? I was part of last year's.
Yeah, this is the 6th year
Wow.
we're making it.
That's
so,
amazing.
And this time we came to Camden Town because usually we have it in East London.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
good to bring it up north.
Yes. So what do you think about the change, actually bringing it here?
I think for me, I liked to bring it somewhere more cultural or more.
You're kind of in the
With
thick of it,
room
aren't
as
you?
well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, we've hired up the entire centre today, so,
Yes.
plenty of room, and that's always
Incredible. Well done. What are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future, just continue working with people in the community and supporting each other. I had so many speakers today as well.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to some of them in a
Some of
minute.
them you will, yeah. So just continue networking with people and what it's going to promote our beautiful continent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Jo, looking at the camera, if anybody wants to contact you, if they're watching this and they're thinking, hang on, how do I get in contact with her? Where can they do that?
Okay, so you can email at kitengefestivaluk.com, or you can contact me via social media.
You're everywhere.
Facebook,
She's
Instagram,
everywhere.
Twitter. Yeah, it's always quicker via social media.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's been fantastic speaking to you. I'm really excited now to speak to some other people that have played a key role in this. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Top.
So I've got beside me the presenter for Kitenge Festival. I saw you at the Summertime Ball too.
Yeah, sure.
Tell us about that.
Let me just remove my glasses so that you
Oh,
don't think it's a Photoshop.
See, if I can
so
have
you can see my real face
as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's been a lovely festival. I love events like this because it brings all the Western Africans together
Yes,
and
the
all
communities together.
Yeah, communities
Yes.
together.
Yes.
People come and display and showcase their
Yes.
African. So you see some kind of ways, right, that reminds you of the tribe or the culture,
Yes.
of where you come from.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
the roots.
and the roots, yeah. And big ups to kudos to all the designers in the house. It's like, I won't lie to you, I feel like shopping. I just feel like shopping. I didn't plan to shop, but I feel like buying something.
I know, it's terrible.
So
isn't
it's just the spirit of what I'm seeing. You
Exactly,
see something
the
from
same
Ethiopia,
here.
from Uganda, from Liberia, from Sierra Leone, from Nigeria. It's fantastic, and
it
lovely
is.
audience as well. The environment, the venue is nice. The organizing committee, they're just so on point. Everything is on point. I'm the host as well.
I know, and you're really geeing up the audience. I was really liking a bit of that African dancing. I actually wanted to be invited up, but
Yeah, the last time you escaped it because I want to teach you on the dance we call the shaku shaku dance, where you just put your hands like that and like that. But don't worry because you're busy right now. I'll be right there waiting for you at the end of the
next
session.
time.
Yeah, I'll make you go on your feet. I'll make sure you dance shaku shaku.
Oh my goodness, I need to take my heels off. Thank you very much. Lovely to speak to you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, bye.
So I've got a beauty queen next to me. She's absolutely stunning. She is the current reigning beauty queen for Miss Uganda 2017-2018. Tell us about that. Are you used to pageants? Was this your first time? You know, what did you do? How did you win?
So this was actually my first pageant, so I'm not used to that at all. However, I saw it more as like a platform upon which I can sort of raise awareness about things that I'm passionate about, humanitarian causes. So what did I do to win, you asked? Well, it is a lot of hard work because, you know, it's quite a tough competition. All the girls are confident, but it's just about being yourself, being unique, and just sort of pushing your selling point. And that's what gets you noticed by the judges.
I agree. I mean, I've been a judge, but actually I was the Mrs. Classic 50 plus.
Okay.
2016/17.
Wow.
So there's not an age limit, I don't believe. I'm really pushing for older women as well, but there's certain things that we look for, right? So you must have really walked your walk and talked your talk, right? So how are you enjoying your title so far?
So it's actually coming to an end soon, so I'll be handing down next month. But so far I've definitely enjoyed it. It's been a lot of appearances like today, a lot of networking, meeting new people, and it's provided me with quite a lot of opportunities. So I'm now an ambassador for the Uganda Red Cross.
Well done.
Yeah, and I've been able to advocate for some, you know, really important stuff in society today, like knife and gun crime, and also child sacrifice, which is something that happens.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, I do quite a lot for the Ugandan community, and I know about this. And this is quite a horrible thing, really, isn't it? So it's very nice that you're sort of standing out about it. So, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your reign.
Thank you.
don't keep hold of that tiara for too long when you have to pass it back. That's what it's like, isn't it? You don't really want to get rid of it. But thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
So I'm standing beside Garfield. I've met him many times in this community and in this industry, and you have associations with The Voice.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, so basically the Voice newspaper, right, which nowadays is more of a media critic, because you do the newspaper, right, then the newspaper goes up to a free app,
Right.
which is about 3 years old.
Right.
Then there's the Voice website.
Right.
And on Facebook, the Voice has 620,000 people.
My
On
goodness.
Twitter, we have 34,000 people. On growing on Instagram, we have, I think, 13,000 people.
That's incredible.
On YouTube, it's about 3,000 people. So it's a lot of stuff.
You've got a very good following.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember The Voice anyway, because my background is journalism.
Yeah.
I remember The Voice going way back when I was working for newspapers, but it's really good to see that, you know, it's still going strong.
Yes, we're actually celebrating 35 years now. So,
Are you?
Yeah, we
That's
actually
incredible.
stretched it out, because we started celebrating last year, August. We're going to finish celebrating this year, August, at the carnival.
That's incredible, isn't
It's
it?
35
At the
years.
carnival?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so,
amazing.
yeah, it's a very good one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what do you do for The Voice?
Well, basically, my main job is advertising. There's no two ways about it. I basically sell
Get the
advertising. Yeah. But then sometimes you have to be creative. They might go to a client and they know they want to do a promotion, but they're not clear as to how to do it.
Yep.
And that's when you
Yep.
need to, discuss concepts,
Yes.
come up with sketches.
You've got to put everything together for them,
Yeah,
haven't
put
you? So
everything
you're the
together.
mentor, really?
Yes, and then I have to get them now across all the platforms. So some people are saying, oh, I want to be in the newspaper.
Yes.
And then some people are saying, oh, the newspaper is no good anymore.
Right.
But then they want to be on the app.
Yeah, it's
But
difficult,
to be in the
isn't
app,
it?
you have to be in the newspaper.
Right.
And then some say, oh, I just want social media
Right.
alone. So they go on Facebook
Right,
and Twitter and so
right.
forth. But we're doing other projects as well, because one of the main reasons I'm here with Jo today, I must, props to Jo.
Oh, she's
because
amazing.
we first spoke about 4 years ago. And in that time, I've never been able to come to Kitenge. But today's the day. Yeah, I'm always wanted to
There
come.
you are.
I've always wanted to come.
And what were your expectations, and how are they
Well,
in
basically,
comparison?
what I'm trying to do is one of the things I'm doing, actually not trying to do, debunking the myth that The Voice is just for the Caribbean.
Yes.
The Voice is Britain's best black newspaper.
Yes, it
And
is.
we are here for the African and the Caribbean
Yes,
communities.
yes.
So in fact, the goodie bag I was handing out today
Yes.
has 2 African magazines
Yes.
done by The Voice.
Yes, I've been
which we
reading
have
them.
done to support the Africa on the Square event, which is
Yes.
done by the Mayor of London. So this year, we have actually been doing that magazine for 5 years.
Right.
So 5 years of African magazine. You can't say The Voice isn't African.
Right.
Then we've just done our first travel magazine. and it was done on a survey of the African and Caribbean travelers in the UK.
Right.
So we have a travel magazine as well.
Yes.
Then in the bag today also is our 3rd edition of our African and Caribbean food and restaurant guide.
I think I was having a little look at that actually.
Yes, yeah, it's really a good one.
It's a bit of a problem because I'm really hungry now.
Oh, no, I'm sorry to do that to you. But I'm sure you'll find some recipes. And if you can't find recipes or you're lazy to cook, there's all sorts of restaurants in it.
Yeah.
And we're now working on the 4th edition, which we will launch next year, May. And then we're also, there's another reason why I'm here today, because there's a lot of reasons, right? So just recently we have decided, we have always been supporting small businesses, black businesses.
Yes, yes.
And there's a lot of them here today. I mean, props to them as well, because you really have to push out and keep going out and make people see it. So we have just now launched the Voice Black Business Magazine.
Brilliant.
Which is going to start distribute the 1st week of October. And that's dedicated to black businesses everywhere.
Brilliant.
And there's a big secret about it, because why we actually did it is that there's some small businesses that say, you know, so we know the rate in the Voice is reasonable, but it's just a little bit out of our reach. So that's why we created the Black Business Magazine, which is cheaper than the rate in the Voice. That's a little bit of a secret. And we're working on it hard, and it will be out for October. Distributed free UK-wide, but there's a little bit of a twist. So even though it's cheaper than the rate in the Voice, the 1st week of October it will be distributed inside the Voice.
Ooh.
So there are a lot of benefits.
I might get involved in that.
Yes,
That's what it sounds like a brilliant deal.
Any small business out there that you just need a bit of boost, especially going up to Christmas.
Yes.
Because October, November, December,
yes,
it's the best place to be.
Yes.
You know, so it's the Voice, you know, Black Business Magazine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So again, do you have details of how somebody can get involved in that?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. They can actually contact me. So, I mean, my name is Garfield Robinson. My email is garfield.robinson@gvmedia.co.uk. And my mobile, I mean, I've had the same mobile for 2001, 17 years. My mobile is 07.
I'm like that. That's quite rare now, isn't it?
Yeah, transferred from phone to phone to phone.
I know, me too.
So my mobile is 07812-591-080. And I can help you with, you know, any inquiries in relation to the Voice.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to speak to you.
Yeah.
You're obviously used to speaking. That was quite incredible, so thank you.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Kitenge Festival. I've picked this lady out because I think that she is representing Africa in the most stunning way. I'm absolutely loving her headdress as well, beautiful. So I hope you don't mind me asking a little bit about, you know, what inspired you and why you're at Kitenge.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deborah. I'm really excited to be here to support my friend, Josie. She is an amazing woman, amazing entrepreneur who is making it big in the UK. You don't have to be someone that's big in Africa to be big here as well. And I believe in supporting women supporting each other. So there was no way I could not come here. For the past 3 summers I've been away, so I was really excited that at least now I've got the opportunity to come and support my friend. And I love the whole brand of Kitenge and what it stands for, promoting fashion, food and culture of African people. That is totally amazing to me.
Yeah,
So
absolutely blew me away last year. I mean, literally, you know, I was just eyes wide open. The whole thing, the stalls, the culture, the singing, you know, it was just lovely, and the whole environment as well. You know, everybody was bonding, everybody was networking.
absolutely.
Very
and
nice.
even the fashion shows that we've had Miss Uganda and other delegates as well. It just really helps to bring Africa to Europe, and this is what multiculturalism is all about. That's
Yes.
I totally believe in
Yes.
multiculturalism
Yes.
and being a global citizen,
Yes.
because that way we're able to bring peace between cultures. We're
Yes.
able to understand each other better and live peace.
And we have to have that.
Yes.
We have to have that. There has to be an awakening. There has to be integration. I'm very much in for that, and I'm working in it all the time because, you know, this is something that is single-minded and needs to stop.
Totally. And now is the time
I mean,
to
we're
do
laughing
it.
about it, but yes, now is the time to do it. So you were talking to me about your sort of aspiring thoughts about being a fashion designer?
Yes, correct.
Right.
Yes. For the longest part, a lot of people have been saying to me, who does your fashion, who does your imaging? And I know once upon a time when I was 6, I wanted to be an image consultant. So that may well conjure up in the future as well.
Her makeup matches everything that she's actually wearing. The colours, everything is colour coordinated. It's perfect. And I've met quite a lot in the industry that are, colour consultants and dressing, responsible. And you'd be great at it.
Thank you. And I had this made in Zimbabwe. I actually got the material from Zimbabwe, and I've got one of my designers called Patience. She made this in one day. I gave her the concept, gave her a few pictures, and she said, come and pick up your outfit tomorrow.
Awesome.
It's perfect fit. Headgear was from South Africa, but I got it from Zimbabwe as well. So really bringing that Afro-contemporary.
Even the earrings, ladies and gentlemen, look.
They're from Zimbabwe.
Absolutely everything. The earrings, the necklace, just the whole kind of package is beautifully put together.
Thank you, Deborah. I feel like $1 million.
You look $1 million. I think I picked you out, didn't I? I said, right, I want to speak to you.
Absolutely.
It's been lovely to talk to you, and I really hope you fulfil your dreams.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm an author and a publishing consultant here in the UK, so I help people to write their voice, to find their creative voice and write their story. Because as you know, with the African background as well, until the lion learns to write, the story will always glorify the hunter. So it's time for us to write our own stories, make our voices be heard, and speak our original truth as well.
Yes.
And what I find is that a lot of people, especially women, because I'm called to help a lot of women, they go through so much. And when they get an outlet of writing, it's cathartic to them. They're able to release and help some other people as well.
I completely agree.
And I believe that your tears today will be someone else's water in the desert tomorrow. So the more you actually share your story, you help someone to map out their way out as well. So there's so much power in stories.
Very much.
So much power in coming to
Very much so.
places like these, Kitenge
I think it's very
Festival.
important to support each other and to also understand that you're not the only person that's going through something. And sometimes, when you're reading articles and someone is going through something that you have been through and they've come out the other side, that's where you can realise that you can be strong and you can achieve it.
Absolutely, yes. So I'm here to help you out. If you've always had a dream of writing a book, I'm here. I speak as well to women. I'm a women empowerment strategist. Speak all over the world, travel the world extensively, empowering and encouraging women. So do get in touch. My name is Epi Mabika, and you can also find me via Josie's website. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Lovely to talk to you, and you too.
Thank you.
So I've got beside me some keynote speakers. I actually walked in toward the end, so I missed it unfortunately, but I can't not speak to you. You're dressed beautifully, and I want to have a little chat about, what you represent. So could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. My name is Mercy, and today we came as a keynote speaker for the brand is STD. It's not a sexually transmitted disease. It is a brand that we're promoting at the moment.
We'll remember it.
Of course, absolutely. That's the whole point. It's a brand that we're hoping that we will stick with people. So STD is an acronym for Step, Think and Dream Outside of the Box. So that's what we were talking about today.
I like it. So, I don't really know what to say. I've never ever mixed stuff for words. I've been doing this for 20 years, but that whole STD thing, yes!
You won't forget it.
But I love it, and I will go home and I will remember this. This is an incredible part of marketing. So you're the CEO and founder, right?
I am the CEO and founder. However, as you know, when you do start, creating a brand like that, it's never a one-man thing. And so, yes, so we created the brand, and what we have at the moment are training manuals that are specifically designed to empower and it's like a program with simplified principles that are designed to challenge the status quo, challenge the current, what I'll say, probably the current education system, because there's a lot of things that has failed our generation, our children, and so the training manuals are coming as a result of many centers that have been closed in London and around the UK, there's so many training centres that have been closed.
Yes.
Centres where young adults could go
Yes.
and they could interact, recreational.
Yes.
And so we are saying since those training centres are no longer available, we are creating a training program
Yes.
to say, okay, we are going to bridge the gap.
Great.
Say, okay, the things that they're receiving that they're not receiving, we're putting together a training manual, and we are challenging the current systems that are there to say, okay, look, if there's anything, any systems that have failed our children or the generation, we are coming alongside to say, here we are.
That's brilliant.
We can talk about it. Let's talk about the challenges. Let's talk about gun crime. Let's talk about knife crime. Let's talk about truancy. Let's talk about teenage pregnancy. Talk about everything that perhaps is the most uncomfortable topics to discuss and talk about. We're saying, okay, we're here. We won't talk about them.
Yes.
And then after we've spoken about them, we're saying, okay, we know where the solutions are. So we signpost individuals to the different organizations that can help them. It may be somebody who is homeless, so we signpost them to places like shelter, or they may be in debt, we signpost them to places like Citizens Advice, or they may be going through abuse of some sort, so we signpost them to organizations like the Women's Aid. So that's what we're doing.
And it's very difficult because when you need help, the problem is often you don't know where to go to get it. So you are bridging the gap. How has the response been so far?
I think the response has been more phenomenal than we had anticipated.
Maybe
because of the title of the brand. When you brand something STD, you catch people's attention. Not only that, I think also the young adults out there that's not going to be something new. People think STD, who doesn't know about STD? And we are saying, okay, this is not a sexually transmitted disease. This is a brand. This is a program for you to step, think, and dream outside of the box, which is challenging your religious, beliefs, or maybe your cultural beliefs. And we are saying, step outside of the cultural beliefs. What can our children do? What can the young adults do? And one of the things that we're focusing at the moment when we are training the young adults across the UK is the issue of when you get children who can go into university. So we are giving them and training them on the options of vocational training.
Brilliant.
And we're saying, okay, if you haven't got the grades after your A-levels, what are the options? You're not out of options. Don't think about things like committing suicide or going to depression because you haven't got the grades. We're saying no. What are the options? Vocational trainings, and what are the vocational trainings available? What can you do with yourself and still be able to, to go up the ladder?
I think it's very important, isn't it, to do that. So you've got two key players, I assume, next to you. So shall we have a little chat? Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what part you're playing with?
Yes, my name is John Luke. I'm the Business Development Manager, but more specifically working with men. Because I sincerely believe that aspect of development in terms of the male species is missing. Yes, there are people who are dealing with males, but I just recently read a statistic. It says every week in the UK, 84 men commit suicide.
My goodness.
That is a lot of men that we're losing. That is a generation that we are losing. So we are saying, men, you know what? We need to talk. But what you need to understand is that most men operate from a pressure perspective because you're expected to be the man, the father, the husband, at the same time. But we were never taught how to do these things. We had to find our way through these things. So when that pressure comes now, a lot of men don't know how to handle that. So you find someone just think, okay, you know what, I'm out of here. But I have learned that pressure is something that you embrace simply because when there's pressure coming towards you, you've got to ask yourself, where am I bleeding? Physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. One of those areas, something is not working. So you need to ask yourself. Number two, what I discovered about myself is pressure introduces you to you. Because until you're under pressure, you really don't know who you are. You'll be surprised with the kind of things that you say and the kind of things that you do because of pressure. But number three is the best for me. Pressure brings out the best in you. I remember in college, assignment, thesis to do, 4 months to do it, you don't do anything. 2 weeks before you're supposed to hand it in, you push that thing, you write it, you do it. When the results come out, you're like, oh, really? Simply because of pressure.
Yes.
So what am I saying to men? Instead of battling away from pressure, you need to embrace it.
Yes.
Because when you embrace pressure, you make it lose its power.
You do.
I don't know if you've ever listened to a song and you think to yourself, I hate this song. But unfortunately, that song keeps playing in your head simply because you're pushing it away.
Yes.
But if you embrace it, it loses
it
its
goes
power.
away.
Or
I know.
Or you at your workplace, there's somebody who doesn't like you. Every morning you go, you're like, morning Sue.
Right.
Morning Sue.
And it becomes a mountain, doesn't it?
Exactly. So pressure is supposed to be embraced. And there's a lot of things that men can do. Women are gathering and empowering each other. Men are not.
Yes.
And yet there's giftings within men to write books, to be motivational speakers, to encourage the young adults. The young adults are out there. But you know what? There's a way that they cry out for help, but we might not understand it. They have the pants down, they have the swag and all of that.
Course.
They're simply saying,
help.
Yes. Can you see us?
Yes.
So instead of us thinking, rubbish, we're supposed to actually get into their world. Because most of the time we're trying to pull them into our world.
Yes.
No, let's go into their world and sit down with them and think, okay, what's happening here? You will be surprised.
Because the thing is, these people, they do need help.
They do.
And often people just do turn a blind eye. And it's that helplessness that causes them to commit suicide. They feel like nobody will help them. So I think, this is a fundamental issue, that needs to be addressed.
Definitely. And I've come across a lot of young guys who do drugs.
Yes.
But watch this. They're entrepreneurs, but they're just selling the wrong product.
Yes.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
Yes, because they were able to sell it, so they must. Yes, so they're
Did you know that in London, it takes faster to deliver cocaine than pizza? Because these guys, they know the price, they know where to get it, they have to keep a clientele. So they're businessmen just selling the wrong product.
Yes.
So we're saying we can step in and make you find the right product.
Yes.
You apply the same principles,
yes.
And guess what? You stay out of trouble.
I love you guys. I really relate to you because I've worked in industry. I work with a lot of charities, quite a few African charities actually, 15. So it resonates with me when you're talking, and I really like what you're doing because you're kind of bringing that up. You're actually saying there is help and there is something that we can that we can do to pull you out of that situation. And I like that because they are. If they can sell and make a fortune doing that, then they are able to sell and they are entrepreneurs.
Yes,
and
they
I
are.
like that.
They are. Definitely they are.
Thank you so much.
You're
You've changed my world. I don't know whether you've changed everybody else's. You certainly worked on mine. Let's have a look at this lady in a beautiful, beautiful gown. So you're part of the team as well?
Yes, I'm part of the team, and my name is Hilda, and I'm the Learning and Development Officer within the organization. So what my part does is I've studied child psychology at uni, and I also work within my other job. I work within developing different careers for young people. So when I'm looking at a lot of young people, they suffer when it comes to when they've done their A-level, their GCSEs, and then they get to go to university, and either they can't find the right program that they want to do, or some people go to university for 3 years and they can't find jobs, or they actually have no idea why they've done that particular degree. So my thing is to signpost them to different apprenticeships and different areas that they could develop themselves, which is not necessarily about going to university or coming out with 3 A's or 10 A's, because saying to them, as an African community especially, kids are labelled as troublemakers, as it's all about crime with them, but there's actually quite a lot of creativity that comes from the African communities that we can harness as parents.
Yes.
I'm a single mom myself with an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old, and I think charity begins at home. So I started by signposting my own children to say, actually, academic saying that there's a lot of creativity around our own young African kids, and if we can harness that creativity into something that's more productive.
Yes.
So I was saying to you earlier on that I've got 2 children.
Yes.
My son is not academic at all, but my daughter is very academic. So all it needed, as a parent, most parents compare their kids.
Yes.
Unconsciously we do.
Yes.
But all I did was discover that actually you're not strong academically,
but that doesn't make you a useless person.
Yes.
So you are good at practical things. You're good at hands-on things.
Yes.
Let's look at these apprenticeships. So now he's doing an engineering and mechanical technician, automotive mechanical technician apprenticeship, and he's absolutely doing well and loving it. And my daughter is doing her A levels in science subjects, which is something that she's really good at.
Yes.
So I think it's identifying what your kids are good at and not put them down for that, because the rest of the world is putting them down. So this is why I sort of focus on, whilst I'm helping other people's children, it's sort of saying, if I can do this with my own kids, then I can surely encourage another person's child to say, maybe working with parents as well, single parents, to say, nothing can stop you to let your kids develop themselves into who they need to be. Not every child has to go to university.
Yes.
We can all have different careers and still excel in whatever that we're passionate about.
Yes, yes. It's been such a pleasure talking to you all, and if we Google STD, I think we may have some quite interesting results, but where can we find you?
Okay, at the moment, currently, you can find us, you can send us information if you'd like us to come to, whatever organization you have where you want us to speak, or where you want us to mentor and coach. You can find us at stepthinkdreaminfo@gmail.com. So stepthinkdreaminfo@gmail.com. Send us your information. We will let you know when we're in your area, and we're more than happy to come and share with you the things that we are doing at the moment, and also to introduce the training manual that we believe is phenomenal in making a significant difference in the United Kingdom and beyond.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking to me, and I wish you all the success in the world. Not that you need it, it sounds like you're doing really well already. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.